sinto amor quando a saudade aperta.
Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Classic Ball Python Morphs. We feature today the Enchi FireMon, so that's a triple combo of 3 incomplete dominant morphs, the Enchi, the Fire and the Cinnamon, and let's take a look at this beauty. This female here was my first holdback from the first clutch. I've showed you on other videos the parents, the mother and the father, the Cinnamon female and the Enchi Fire male that is responsible for this pattern, like I see here Enchi pattern all over the place. And the Cinnamon brings the dark colors and the head stamp if she cooperates. You can see the dark head stamp. It has these cool black outlines. We'll get into that later, but it's a good combination. Overall, she is brightening up. She was in the image you saw, she was much more cinnamon color, much more purples. She is now brightening up. That's the Enchi and Fire working together, but the Cinnamon keeps these brown on the side, but she has very cool flaming coming from below that. As far as I can tell, the Enchi and the Cinnamon morphs are a Lilik, so she will not produce a normal if bred to even a normal jungle ball python. As I was saying, there is a tone evidence, not just on the colors of the pattern itself. It's a lot like the Enchi Fire pattern. I'll show you in a minute some other images, but it's the neck that I like. That's the Cine that has some fused alien heads, but the Cine and the Fire, they make the whole neck, and on the other side the whole complete fusion of the alien heads. And once again, she has dark eyes, dark head stamp, there's a little marks in there, wide eye stripe and a white belly, not much checkered there, but fairly white. So once again, being an Enchi FireMon, Enchi and Cinnamon being an Lilik combo, and being part of my first clutch here in Russia, so she is my first holdback. I think she is, I would say, very pretty in her own way, but as we usually say, Enchi brightens, Fire lightens. There we go, and the Cinnamon darkens. So the giveaways, it's the fused alien heads on the neck. That's Fire and Cinnamon. The head is Cine, it's dark, and the rest of the shape of the alien heads, that's Enchi Fire for sure, with the Cinnamon tones on top of it. Cinnamon is a very powerful morph in terms of pattern influence, but in this case was very subdued, and we see more the Enchi Fire alien head sort of type. Let me show you what I mean. So this is how she looked when she was younger. Very bright tones, purplish on the back. That is now the Cinnamon, blushing on top. And this is how an Enchi Fire looks like. The pattern on the alien heads and the stripe, the yellow stripe at the back, plus the head stamp. Alright, so this video was long overdue on the classic ball python morphs series of this triple incomplete dominant ALS X like super, the Enchi, the Fire and the Cinnamon. According to World of Ball Pythons, it was Ian Chiles that made this first this combo for the first time in 2012, so that's not a very old combo to have repeated 8 years later. The flaming coming from the side, the colors, the orange trying to break and turning into dark, into brown. On this side same thing. She's pretty cool. Good brown, dark brown colors for camouflage in the wild, and acts like super. And first holdback of 2020. Awesome. As you can see, the pattern of the cinnamon female, the mother, is very much subdued here on the Enchi FireMon, but you can clearly observe that the colors that the cinnamon brings, the darkening of the pattern, you can see where they come from. Regarding the father, you can observe the similarities between the pattern of the Enchi FireMon and the Enchi Fire here. The same striping at the back, trying to form a ridge. Of course on this one it's much disturbed by the cinnamon morph, and once again fire Enchi brightens, fire lightens. That's what's happening with this 111. They are subduing the pattern and somewhat the color of the cinnamon and bringing that Enchi fire brightness. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will say goodbye for now and see you on the next video of this segment from the next clutch. Bye bye, Snakey.